straight up, no slowdown, no.
We went into New York on 21st, and the last, according to the GPS, the last 40 minutes took us 2 hours.
That was just going across the George Washington, across Bronx,
Yeah.
and then from there, Whitestone Bridge,
Here's your beat up.
and across Island, which is always tied up too.
Had a hard
Messed up the whole day.
2 years.
I couldn't live in a place like that. I absolutely couldn't.
Well, I'm sure we can get a new book.
This, to
Oh, I'm
me,
sure you
Norfolk's
probably got one
fine.
back there. You gotta
I
just take out
couldn't
the
live in
insides.
that. It's too,
And some of it's expired anyway. A lot of it might be.
And we left around 3:30 in the morning, and that's
Okay. So we are scheduled to go live at 6:15. So if you don't want your conversations,
No, we, they can record what
I made it. Even on time.
you know, Mr. and Mrs. Mullen,
Missy, nice to meet you. Hi, Andy.
Mrs. Saber,
Hi.
that's
Did this
Don
get
there.
brought in or did this
Oh,
get
Eileen,
brought?
yep, yep.
Oh, this was brought in.
That's her.
got her in the business exchange.
it was emailed
I
to
just
me
remembered something.
and I date stamped it.
We just tell
All
her.
right, send me a copy of the
Yeah.
original
Mom to who?
email, the attachment. I always like to have that. It's a lot easier for me to keep track of them that way than it is trying to find them later.
Whole thing ever. So,
Howdy, howdy.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Back again.
Charlotte, do you know when the next MAD meeting is?
No, don't they have something, I don't think it's till February. I don't know. You know, they called that one meeting for DAC.
They didn't have enough people, right?
Well, they made a meeting, they were going to have a meeting, and if they'd had people show up, they'd had one, but it was never properly advertised, amongst other things. None, the city never, neither city got a notification of it, and that is part of the rules, they're supposed to notify us in the,
So how are you?
Yes.
Your new position here.
not just call them up and then have them put it on their website.
I went on their Facebook, and I left a message, so now I'm gonna see how long it takes if they respond.
That what?
I left a message on their Facebook.
Hello.
Carrie.
Hi, Misty Saber, nice to meet you.
So I wanna see
I'm
what
James.
they say.
I was
Campaign
Jeff's
treasurer.
campaign treasurer and
I
manager.
left a
Manager, mainly.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
She,
next meeting.
Yes,
And
welcome.
then on the
I just read that.
without her, I wouldn't be here, I guarantee you.
Kind of runs in my blood, so,
Read their minutes.
yes. So, yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I mean, they leave out everything in the minutes and everything.
There, she had basketball practice, 5:30, and then she had to run home.
I have a hat on, I'm like,
I
I
know.
didn't recognize
Yeah,
you.
I told Carlene, I said, nobody will know me without me.
You want to be locked in.
Oh, my God.
How's work?
Good, I got so much done today. So happy. Oh, look, I can meet up there.
Yeah. Yeah, amazing. Yep. You're the picture taker. Picked up Vicky this morning. 9 airport.
Oh, from Disney, or Universal.
What setup is that?
Yeah.
For
What?
your computer.
Never have my daughters to.
Is that so you can stand up?
Oh, yeah, it's a stand-up desk. Yeah,
But you can lower it and sit, right?
correct. It's on hydraulics.
Okay.
You've not seen one, I take it.
Nope. Yeah, I've
Well-
heard about them being advertised, but actually seen one. No.
Well, it helps, let me tell you. I get a little stiff,
Uh-huh.
and I need to stand, and then I get a little tired, and I need to sit, and then I get a little stiff.
Oh, John.
What? Oh, is it recording you?
It's, yeah.
live
it's-
now?
We're live, yeah. so I need to turn my volume down so it doesn't drive me nuts. I had trouble with my test earlier, so I have Nick coming in to double check everything at 6:15 today.
Oh, okay. I was wondering about that. Because Elena called me and wanted to know when the first meeting was, and I told her. And I said, "Yeah, look, I don't know how this is gonna go. This is Carrie's first time at doing this."
Hopefully it goes well.
Yes, hopefully it does. He can help you get it running, so we don't have to wait.
Leave it first though, okay?
Well, it should be streaming. I expect that he'll come in and tell me.
Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah, it's right there. I knew the men's was, but, yeah, I never paid any attention. I'm so used to carrying that thing, I just walk in, completely forget it sometimes.
What is going on with this?
Charlotte, I talked to Scott and got all that straightened out.
Was I right?
Yes, you were, complete.
Yeah, I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
Well, if we're live, then they can't see us though, right? Or can they?
Yeah, but you can go ahead and dance, nobody cares.
Oh, yeah, I got some fans. They definitely care.
Mr. Gaynor, I'm
Yes.
gonna need your picture when we
Okay.
finish. You wanna do it now?
I don't care, sure. You want to take
You
it
wanna go up here by the seals?
there or in front of the name tag?
They typically,
Wherever turns you on. I
they
don't care.
typically do them over by the
I'm easy.
flags, yeah.
And generally they do my,
I'm easy. Right below the Norton.
Oh, that's too much.
Too close.
Sorry, takes me a minute to figure this out. Okay, ready?
Uh-huh, I guess. Ready as I'll ever be.
I'm gonna do it now, I do a couple more.
Does it show it?
I'm gonna do a couple more.
Yeah, okay. Hope you're better with that thing than I am.
No, it's dark.
Oh, that's fine. Under the flag?
Yeah. Are there more lights? I think we've
You
got
know
them
what, I
all
think
on.
there are some that are out. Mr. Mullins was just talking about that.
Ah,
Huh, amazing, Helen.
Hello.
it's not working.
Not working?
Okay, so how was your trip? Was it? So you loved Harry Potter? Oh, wasn't it? Did you get wands or anything?
We bought the wands when we left. I didn't know that the wands did.
Oh, no.
It's a little lighter, but I still think it's dark. It might be just the camera.
That's
So-
all right, I guess. I'll survive, that's good. I don't care.
I'll always do it again.
Buckle was,
Yeah, whatever, no big deal.
yeah, so.
how you doing? Feeling better?
I never know when it's gonna come, that's the problem. I feel great, and, you know, I was driving. I go, I gotta pull off the side road, I feel like I'm drunk. We got off the side of the room, my daughter took me to the bed. She said I couldn't even walk. So, we'll
Thank
see.
goodness you had someone with you.
I know, that's what that scares me.
It happens elsewhere.
It happened when I was driving one time at the Christmas party.
Oh, my.
Yeah. So,
There's a co-wreck in that.
I usually just lay it on the ground over here.
I do a lot of times. But since I was gonna have to move tonight, gonna let me in.
I went down there, I got sick. Upset stomach, and that, what's the name of that route?
Like the 480s, that Mike and I were like, okay, we were really doing something. Yeah.
Whatever it was, you take off like this.
Rock and roller coaster, Aerosmith, that's
You know, it
Disney.
looks like you're going right into a volcano.
Oh, that's the, not.
Then you go.
That's the one at Disney.
Disney,
That's,
where?
that's in, well, oh, isn't it Mount Kilimanjaro?
I don't know, but it,
I don't know what the 3D and the 4D stuff is.
What's up?
Yeah. I love it. Oh, okay.
and they've already questioned me about that, make sure they can get up and get out.
That's the one. Yeah, I'm like, I'm starving.
Well,
I'll
please.
get it done.
Good job.
First time ever.
First time ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the one Harry Potter that was the 4D? That's the, not the Gringotts one, right? Or is it the Gringotts one that goes 4D?
Dennis, you didn't have to wear a tie just for me.
You gotta look good one time, right? Just one time. Just one time.
I think that way you actually wear glasses for it, actually like.
Somebody asked me, she said, are you wearing a suit to be sworn in? I said, nobody else does. Maybe Mr. Moran, maybe not.
You know what? I have a suit coat, but you know what? As soon as if it's like a wedding, I take it off as soon as I get in there.
He wears one all the time.
I know.
So,
And she,
okay.
so we spent the money for World Sports.
Thank you.
Well,
And
you can get a,
Oh, man. Fitting in, Carrie? You fitting in?
I don't know, I hope so. I like the administration part, I hope I like the legislative.
I assume you had a good holiday though?
Oh, yeah.
Good, good.
Yeah. How about you, other than the
I
EMS?
did, yeah, just, well, we went to a New Year's Eve wedding.
Oh, wow.
Then it happened in the hotel room the next morning.
yeah.
So, but I felt good at the wedding the whole time.
You haven't seen
Yeah, but it was kind of neat. I've never been to a New Year's Eve wedding before.
just about, I
Neat.
mean,
They put the thing on the TV and,
Very festive.
oh, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, good.
I just don't know about, that's too cold for a wedding though. Said my daughter's getting married in September. She's worried about the heat.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know how much. It is recording everything.
Just keep your thoughts to yourself. I know, that's called a problem.
oh, and I'll put up there, so you can remember.
No, hell.
Here's all our goodies before, we don't have that in.
Oh. I'm telling you, because people never stick
Huh?
I'm telling you to eat now, because people never stick.
Oh, well,
I think that
We did the second day because it was,
well, those people, these people still.
We went early the second one.
so the second one did that early, we got on because, it was,
I saw the one lady passed away that used to come
it was still like, it's still, we got, so what we did was we went to the first one, we did the one part
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Carrie, this is my wife Terry.
Hi. I'm the council thing. Oh, there's Dave. Grab some hot coffee or something.
It's like painfully slow. Literally painfully.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm the mom.
Oh, hi.
I stuck
Carrie.
with mom coming.
Nice, that's great. Coffee.
Hey, how you doing, Paul? Oh, God, I just don't know what's gonna happen.
That's not fun, Still have my name on there, okay.
Where's the judge?
Small detail.
Decide who's gonna be president.
I guess we could always have the mayor do it.
Yeah.
She comes to show.
Who's gonna be president? Okay, all right.
Hey, Joe, how are you? You good? You too, thank you.
Hey Charlotte, how are you? Happy New Year.
I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, I forgot to get my coffee.
Who's fighting over there now?
Where do we normally find?
Well, for this, I guess it would be out
It's
here,
over
but
here
normally we
for-
have it in here.
As long as I can find it.
Can you tell the difference?
Not particularly.
No, I
don't
couldn't
think
either.
it's-
I'm trying really hard to eat.
I don't like your coffee. And then, by about noon, I'm done. Every now and then I'll have an afternoon cup,
Yeah.
but not usually.
What's up, big guy?
Hey buddy, how you doing?
How you feeling? What's that? How you feeling? You just never know what's gonna hit. It's just like this. I've had it before. Well, right now my ear's still clogged. I'm going to ENT doctor.
Okay.
The guy I saw a couple years ago says that my ears just.
So this friend, she was having some eye habitude. She goes, they looked at something right out and said there's these crystals in it.
That's where I went today.
Okay.
They said that it wasn't the crystals.
It wasn't that.
That's why I went today. Remember I
Okay.
told you
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
going
yeah.
there?
Because they did tell her after we tried, they just said, you may be
back out of whack again.
Right, well, that's why I went to see if it was the crystals,
Okay.
it wasn't.
Okay, all right.
So, cause she ran, I was there for an hour, she couldn't see any crystals, so now I'm gonna go to the ENT doctor again, which told me I had Meniere's disease 6, 7 years ago. I do got some food in my ear, so, you know, they hurt.
I've been fighting this sinus thing.
I was driving and it hit me on Christmas Day.
That's not good.
I had to pull over, I thought I was drunk.
That's not good.
My daughter's walking me to the back of the car, I'm stumbling, everyone probably thought that guy's
Oh my
drunk.
God. Look at that guy's kid sticking into that guy.
That wasn't even drunk. It's a big guy.
If you're gonna take nominations, you can look my way.
That's such a far beach.
Yeah.
One time. No, it's okay.
Not yours, no. I'll go sit over there. I'll sit next, this is Robert. I'm gonna sit on your desk.
I don't think you're gonna see him.
Okay, that's okay.
Well,
I haven't seen him.
yeah, you see.
I wanna give this to you before I forget.
Mike, let's wait a few minutes.
Oh, wait for the judge?
Yeah.
I'm sure he's on his way.
You haven't heard anything?
Hold on, I'll look it up. There's a revised code that says you can swear someone in, so.
Yes, I do. I just haven't made it.
This is what he said. He said we'd be able to announce this tonight. Meeting tonight, he would send
I
something.
gotta think of that lady's name. I know you know her.
I was just horrible this year. I can't believe. They're really bad. I'm still doing.
Most of them would come.
Scott, what was that lady's name again that was in the
No, they're
obituary?
so bad this year. I'm suffering.
Yeah.
Not Nash. They're over in Ward 1.
Well, I just know they were always here about.
Is it not working?
Really? Oh,
Yeah. That's how it was.
that's probably why they disappeared.
Yeah.
When did you see that?
It was in 2 days ago and it was in again today. It's just so small.
Beacon?
Yeah.
Also, I don't get the Beacon.
I don't either, but
And
I
don't
was,
look at obituaries.
no, I take that back. I get the kind of,
I don't get it at all.
He came into my office for about
I'm gonna see if she has,
Do we know what happened to the judge?
that's what she's checking. I'm gonna see if she has a phone.
Probably won't answer my cell phone.
He might. You might just give him a heads up.
Just to let everybody know, we're waiting on Judge McKinney.
makes it easier for everybody to
I know, I'm 19, I'm working tomorrow.
Both our teams are 2 seed.
I figured we could do that.
I just double checked though. Just
Oh, yeah, that was terrible. Terrible. I was so impressed when they went down and scored.
Oh, yeah.
Well, where is he coming?
And even though we will,
Okay.
if the Patriots, which they should, as long as it comes down to those two. I
They
think
got,
Pittsburgh,
they got work on that catch on the off season.
and I
Didn't
think
even think about Carolina.
Yeah, I hope so, because
I'm sure can.
I wouldn't think to.
boy, I was
That was not even on the agenda.
Yeah.
On my mind.
Yeah. Second or third string front offensive line.
Hey,
And
Carrie.
this running back. Rookie
A lot warmer.
Yes, thank you.
4.6 yards.
Who did we end up deciding to be on firefighters dependence fund?
I think it was one that Dennis and Paul said.
Okay, okay.
Finally found.
Dennis? Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Did you say you were to be on the, you're in the fireman's thing now, aren't you?
No, I have.
You, oh,
Paul
Scott.
and I
Oh,
are.
Scott, okay, all right.
Well, that's great.
Oh, yeah.
Here's somebody.
Comes down, is Brown gonna be healthy?
Yeah, I think we'll be healthy. My concern,
We see headlights, huh?
what are they gonna do with Ben? Because this backup quarterback is not being so.
Really?
I don't think so.
You forgot.
Well, Ben won't be there for a while yet. He don't seem like he's ready to retire.
Oh, I think.
Is he?
Yes, I
You're gonna see some of these games like,
Very relaxing.
Good.
Had the firefighting weekend long.
Nice.
How about you?
Same thing.
Yeah.
for office headless.
Christmas Day, I didn't leave the house.
2 seats, didn't I? I'll have to probably have a Scott seat and then have.
I was thinking about that earlier. That's funny you
It's
said
gonna be
that.
kinda awkward.
I thought about that. I said, Sean's gonna sit there and then Sean's gonna sit somewhere.
Think he got
Okay,
hold of
that's okay.
Feel like a
Okay, thank you.
grasshopper.
All right, bye. 5 minutes.
All right.
He said he had it on his calendar for 7 o'clock,
Oh.
but he'll be here in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, folks out there in movie land, we're going to be running just a little bit late. We've heard from Judge McKinney, and he's supposed to be here in like 5 minutes, and we really can't proceed too far without him. So we're just going to hold off opening the meeting. And in the meantime, just for warning, anybody out there, this is all being recorded, one way or another.
Last page, Mr. Gifford, that can be taken off now because they've already been addressed.
Okay,
Look at this page tonight.
okay.
I don't blame you, man.
I was just telling her there's another that's on here that can be removed now.
Oh, some of this stuff we've already done.
Exactly. So.
How is that under announcement? Can I announce that?
But it gave a nice thing up here.
I don't blame him.
How you been?
Yeah, but then
Really? Wow. That's a good game.
Right.
Really? I had them once. That's a little bit of a crazy game.
yeah, he won
They
the
had
first
to,
one.
yeah, they did that to us too because they don't like in that game because they had trouble 2 years ago.
That's the best way to do it. Best way to do it.
Really?
I had a heck
So, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, we had them 2 years ago. You got some good games. You're so lucky. That Avon game's gonna be a good game.
Trubisky's the quarterback.
Yeah, right, yeah.
He's better than
Yeah, but that Avon coach, he's a stickler
Yeah,
too.
he's an interesting cat.
He just complains and complains till he starts winning. You know what I mean? Good luck.
That's gonna be a tough game. 'Cause Mentor's so much bigger than him. I don't know why they play him.
Yeah. Yeah.
That him already? Wow, that was fast. 5 minutes.
Like that mentor coach, he's a pretty nice
I think
guy.
he's here already.
I can't think of his name,
My
but
goodness,
he's a really nice guy.
that's less than 5 minutes.
There's a guy on the radio.
I know who you're talking about.
Salvatore.
Yeah,
But not Salvatore,
yeah.
but yeah.
I know who you're saying. All right. Get this going, you lucky sucker. Pays to know somebody.
I don't know anybody. I just Crew knows everybody.
Yeah.
All done here.
See, I didn't make up that page to help you out. I only did what I had to do.
My space.
Just one of these.
I've been over the chicken wing here.
So he's gonna.
You need a minute?
The what?
I think
Yeah, she has them.
Say a word? We haven't even started the meeting yet.
We were just,
We were waiting on you.
It's all right, we're good.
You've been around for 200 years, I guess.
I now call the Norton Organizational Meeting to order for Tuesday, January 2nd, 2018. The time is 6:40 p.m. Please rise for a pledge of allegiance and a moment of silent prayer.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Hope everyone had a great holiday season and welcome back. I want to welcome Miss Carrie McComber to her first official council session and welcome Judge Todd McKinney for the swearing-in ceremony of our Norton Council Ward representatives. Judge, would you like to?
Well, it's an honor to swear in our duly elected officials to serve this great city. Whenever I could talk to anyone, I would tell them the great opportunities, what a great community it is, and we live in a time of free and fair elections. And so with that, it'd be my honor to swear in the 4 ward council members. Would you please rise and come forward?
Okay. These are going to be, let me announce
We're just going to do
quick.
one at a time.
One at a time? Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want them to turn that microphone back this way and stand in front of the podium so that everyone can hear? There we go.
So we'll begin with Ward 1.
Yeah, Mr. Jack Gaynor.
I, Jack Gaynor,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
the laws of the state of Ohio,
the laws of the state of Ohio,
the charter of the city of Norton,
the charter of the city of Norton,
Summit and Wayne counties, Ohio,
Summit and Wayne counties, Ohio.
and that I will faithfully,
I will faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and impartially
and impartially
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as a council member
as a council member
of the city of Norton, Ohio,
of the city of Norton, Ohio,
during my continuance
during my continuance
in said position.
in said position.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Do they have
Jack, why don't we go ahead and sign?
index for them?
Oh, yeah.
There.
I don't need to announce these, do I?
I would just hold these guys down. And that way the judge gets it proper.
Thank you.
Next, we'll have Mr. Dennis McClone for Ward 2.
Did you have the microphone up, please?
I, Dennis McClone,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
the laws of the state of
the
Ohio,
laws of the state of Ohio,
the the Charter of the City of Norton,
the Charter of the City of Norton,
Summit and Wayne Counties, Ohio,
Summit and Wayne Counties of Ohio,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and impartially
and impartially
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as a council member
as a council member
of the City of Norton, Ohio,
of the City of Norton, Ohio,
during my continuance
during my continuance
in said position.
in said position.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sign-in sheet.
Just once they get done with these.
Oh, sorry. Mr. Dan Currant for Ward 3.
I, Dan Currant, do solemnly swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
To uphold the Constitution of the United States,
laws of the State of Ohio,
laws of the State of Ohio,
the Charter of the City of Norton,
the Charter of the City of Norton,
Summit and Wayne Counties, Ohio,
Summit and Wayne Counties, Ohio,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and impartially
and impartially
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as a council member
as a council member
of the City of Norton, Ohio,
of the City of Norton, Ohio,
during my continuance in said position.
during my continuance in said position.
Mr. Mr. Paul Towsley for Ward 4.
That's nice.
I, Paul Townsend,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
the laws of the State of Ohio,
the laws of the State of Ohio,
the Charter of the City of Norton,
the Charter of the City of Norton,
Summit and Wayne Counties, Ohio,
Summit and Wayne Counties, Ohio,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and impartially
and impartially
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as a member of the city, as a council member
as a council member
of the City of Norton, Ohio,
of the City of Norton, Ohio,
during my continuance
during my continuance
in said position.
in said position.
Congratulations.
Gary.
Performance bond.
Would our newly elected council members please take their seats and welcome aboard?
Congratulations.
He left already?
Oh, he's right there.
Thank you, Judge.
It was a pleasure, and my best wishes to council and the city as you go forward with your bicentennial year.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Judge. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mrs. McComber, will you please call the roll?
Dennis McClone,
Here.
Joe Kernan,
Here?
Paul Towsley,
Here.
Scott Pilot,
Here.
Charlotte Whipke,
Here.
Jack Gaynor,
Here.
Dan Krant.
Here.
Okay, first thing we're going to do is election of the president of council. Before we start, I'd just like to say it's been an honor and an experience serving as president for the last 2 years. And thank you all for the opportunity, and I wish my successor the best of success. I now open the floor for nominations for council president.
Madam President.
Yes, Mr. Kernan?
Madam President, I nominate Scott Pilot for president of council.
I'll second.
Are there any more nominations? No further being submitted. We'll close the nominations. Mrs. McComber, please take a voice vote.
Mr. Kernan,
Mr. Pilot.
Mr. McClone,
Mr. Pilot.
Mr. Towsley,
Mr. Pilot.
Mr. Pilot,
Mr. Pilot.
Ms. Whipke,
Mr. Pilot.
Mr. Gaynor,
Mr. Pilot.
Mr. Krant.
Mr. Pilot.
Motion passed 6-0. 7.
This time, we will open up nominations for the vice president. I would like to nominate Mr. Kernan.
I'll second.
Any other nominations? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Pilot,
Mr. Kernan.
Ms. Whipke,
Mr. Kernan?
Mr. McClone,
Joe Kernan.
Mr. Kernan,
Mr. Kernan.
Mr. Towsley,
Mr. Kernan.
Mr. Gaynor,
Mr. Kernan.
Mr. Krant.
Mr. Cronin.
Motion passed 6-0.
Moving on, I would like to again extend our thanks to Judge McKinney. He has been doing this for a number of years for us, and he always takes the time out and comes here. He's always very polite, and we really appreciate him taking out his personal time and doing this for us. I'd like to thank my fellow council members for the opportunity to serve as president this year. I'd like to thank Charlotte for the last 2 years. Nice job.
Thank you.
And then I'd like to welcome our 2 new council members, Mr. Gaynor and Mr. Krant, and congratulate all 4 of the ward people on their elections. I think 2018 is going to be a very good year for the city of Norton. We've had a lot of projects in the works for quite some time, and for example, Cleveland-Massillon Road widening, 76 widening, some sewer projects, some water projects. And those are all starting to come to fruition. And ultimately, it's going to benefit the residents. It's going to benefit the city by being able to open up Cleveland-Massillon Road as a true business corridor within the city. We've said for years you know, the symbol for the city of Norton is a tree, and it says a growing community. We haven't done a whole lot of growing over the years. But I think these various projects that are going on right now, I think this is a stepping stone in the right direction, and I think it's going to be a real good year for the city of Norton, for the residents. This time, we will take a brief recess for some refreshments for the new council members, for anybody that wants to take pictures. And I don't know, about 7:05 or so, we will go ahead and adjourn. And then we'll start back up on the regular committee work session. Probably about 7:05, 7:10, somewhere in there. Meeting adjourned.
And you get the hot seat.
Congratulations, man. Sure, it's close to you. I mean, so when you're not talking, you move away, but when you're talking, try to talk. Stop the stream. No.
I agree with you.
I was going to say, was there a typo?
Congratulations. Took a picture once you organized, I'm allowed to hug you. I took a picture once you guys reorganized.
Once we played our musical chairs.
Yes, yeah. I waited for you, I know. I waited for you to put your name tag up, and then I took a picture of the two of you, yeah.
Charlotte's like,
Yeah, I know.
We'll see.
Once Philadelphia.
What's going to need is a Super Bowl in Minnesota.
I like that. I like that. Up and down.
Okay. No, I was trying to think of something. Do you have any cabins? I would probably just go ahead. Yeah.
The only thing I've heard about.
What's the, Gatlinburg? Okay. That's what I've heard, like down that way. But Hockey Hills, I love.
Oh, this is too small.
well, we have plans to go there already.
What's it say?
It's the Buffalo Bills.
I saw that. I got that tweet. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I got that.
I know.
President already messed it up. Why can't we just all do
I'm trying, I'm struggling right now. I'm afraid that.
The Falcons did make it in. Yeah, and I heard Baltimore didn't make it in because of some issues.
I know. Thank you.
Was fun.
Yeah, I'll grab that.
I didn't get to see it.
I watched the Browns. Drop that match.
I remember that. Yeah.
Vikings have been down for a few years. I mean, they've had hard luck with Bradford and all this quarterback Bridgewater going down.
I've been following them since, I don't know if you remember Chuck Foreman. I've always been following them, but all 4 Super Bowl losses.
Two Steelers now, Kentucky, like, I mean, they're great franchises, but. It's not more, basketball.
About today was December 31st. Floodgates open, it came from every which way. Oh my goodness.
Of course. I don't actually fix anything. I mean, I don't know what your expectations are. So yeah, just send them that link.
Send them what, this
That's
one?
yeah, the link that's right there. So just copy that out of there
Oh,
and send it to
okay.
them.
Okay.
And then that'll give them their email. And if they have any issues, just let me know and we'll get it fixed.
Sounds good.
All right. I have my cell phone number.
He said he likes.
Okay, well, thank you. Okay, super.
Oh, thank you.
Larry Perkins, I forget things back in the corner.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Last council clerk took care of me.
I forget things every year, so I'm gonna worry about it.
Well, between the two of us, maybe we'll keep it.
Good job.
Yeah, it'll be a good year.
You want 5 minutes? You want 5 minutes? 4 minutes? 5 minutes? 3 minutes? Every right to speak.
Honestly, that's
Usually asking.
That's fine. Where you speak with 9, so I would think
I'm glad you're under force. Yep, you got it.
Early afternoon or lunch hour or something. Yeah, and I know that we've kind of round and around on that, because I talked to those people.
In case you're interested, I remember to take it out.
Did I tell you who I'm opening up with? Kirtland. I'm opening up with Kirtland. Yeah. Yeah. They're playing. I can't remember who. Oh, they're playing Chagrin Falls. Yeah. That's the only
Sitting on the
thing.
side of the room.
I told
I'm gonna
them
be done
they
now.
keep getting to eat because we have a game in Perry. I won't get home till midnight. Yeah. Yeah.
I now call the Norton City Council Committee Work Session to order for Tuesday, January 2nd, 2018. Please rise for Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silent prayer.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Roll call, please.
Mr. Pelot?
Here.
Mr. Kernan?
Here.
Mr. McGlone?
Here.
Mr. Towsley?
Here.
Ms. Woodkey?
Here.
Mr. Gaynor?
Here.
Mr. Kernan?
Here.
Committee work session, general topics of discussion. The first item on tonight's agenda is approve the 2018 meeting schedule. I don't know if anybody had time to look it over. Have any corrections or changes to those dates?
I looked at it earlier. I would move to approve the schedule as it was provided.
I'll second. Any others?
The only question I have real quick, because I know we ran into it last year, is
what day of the week is July 2nd?
I don't have my calendar with me.
Well, that would be a Monday, right? I'm sorry. It'll have to be a Monday.
Yeah, because I think the 4th is on a Wednesday
Okay.
this year.
I have no other conversation now.
We'll find out real quick. July 2nd is a Monday.
Okay.
All right, if no other comments, roll call, please.
Mr. Kernan?
Yes.
Mr. Pelot?
Yes.
Mr. McGlone?
Yes.
Mr. Towesley?
Yes.
Ms. Whipke?
Yes.
Mr. Gaynor?
Yes.
Mr. Krant?
Yes.
Motion passed unanimously.
Carrie, if you would, move your mic over kind of towards you just so they can hear you as you speak.
Okay.
Thank you. The next item is review and approve council rules. Every year at the beginning of the year, we address the council rules to see if we want to make any changes or corrections or additions to them.
If I may just speak just on this issue, I think council can change rules anytime they want to. It doesn't necessarily have to be done at the first meeting.
Correct.
So my suggestion would be is that we approve the rules as they are, and once a new rules committee is seated, if they feel that there's something that needs to be looked at, then we can do that within the scope of our committee work session, and if not, then we let it go. But that would be my suggestion. I had a chance briefly to look over the rules again. They seem to work fairly well last year, so I guess if it ain't fixed, don't broke it. Or ain't broke, don't fix it.
Any other comments? I'm inclined to agree with Mr. Kernan. Again, keep in mind that if there is a rule that you want to see changed, you want to tweak, whatever the case may be, bring it up to the Rules Committee and they can address it at that point in time.
Yeah, Mr. Pelot, I just would like to point out that under your rules, Rule 103, at the organizational meeting, the rules can be amended by a majority vote. Any other time, it takes a two-thirds vote.
Two-thirds.
Not that it should matter, just pointing it out, just as so you have full information.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yep.
I would move then to approve the rules as already written.
Second.
We have a motion and second. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Kernan?
Yes.
Mr. Krant?
Yes.
Mr. McGlone?
Yes.
Mr. Towesley?
Yes.
Mr. Pelot?
Yes.
Ms. Whipke?
Yes.
Mr. Gaynor?
Yes.
Motion passed unanimously.
Next on tonight's agenda is appoint standing committees. I will be passing this out to Carrie at the end of the meeting, and she will get it filled out and mailed off to everybody. Right now, what I have at Finance Chair will be myself, Vice Chair Joe Kernan, Member Charlotte Whipke. Personnel Rules, Chair will be Mr. Towesley, Vice Chair Mr. Krant, Member will be Mr. Gaynor. Planning and Economic Development will be Mr. Kernan as Chair, myself as Vice Chair, and Mr. McGlone as a member. Property Mine, Chair will be Mr. Gaynor. Vice Chair will be Ms. Whipke, and member will be Mr. Krant. For Safety, the Chair will be Mr. McGlone, Vice Chair Mr. Towesley, and myself will be a member. Under Service, Mr. Krant will be the Chair, Mr. Gaynor will be Vice Chair, and Mr. Towesley will be a member. Under Utilities, Ms. Whipke will be the Chair, Vice Chair will be Mr. McGlone, and Mr. Kernan will be a member. Like I said, I'll get that turned in and get it filled out and mailed out to everybody in their emails. Next, we have appoint firefighter dependents fund members. Paul, do you want to talk about this at all or anything? I know
Sure.
that, you know.
Sure, we can. I mean, I know we delayed this till now because we had some questions, I think, by Mr. Gaynor. Is there interest by other council members such as you, Mr. Gaynor, in serving on this, or have your
No,
questions
not
been
really.
answered, or?
Not really.
Okay.
Currently, it's you and I.
It was last year, and you told me that you're willing, and I am willing, so I guess with that, if nobody else has further discussion, I'll make a motion that myself and Mr. Pilat be members of that committee.
Do we need a motion on that, Mr. Markey? Or are we just,
I mean, if you're appointing the members, if it's a council appointment, I would do a motion just for.
okay.
Just for.
All right, I'll second then. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Towesley?
Yes.
Mr. Pilat?
Yes.
Mr. McClone?
Yes.
Mr. Kernan?
Yes.
Ms. Whipke?
Yes.
Mr. Gaynor?
Yes.
Mr. Curran?
Yes.
Motion passed unanimously.
Thank you. Any unfinished business? Any new business? I know it's kind of early, and once we have the committee set, then you'll kind of see. You're always welcome for the new council members, even if it's not within your committee, you can get with that committee and bring something forward. You can talk about it on the floor, whichever you prefer. It's usually best to try to bring the committee on board and make sure that they know what's going on so they can do their research on what it is that you're looking to change or add. We have no public comments. Nobody signed up this evening. Mayor, you indicated you have something to announce.
Thank you, Mr. President. Yes, all I wanted to announce was that the Norton Bicentennial Kickoff, we have a kickoff event that is scheduled for Thursday, January the 11th. It's at 6:30 p.m. at the Norton Community Center. They will have light refreshments, volunteer opportunities, event information, and community club information. I guess my understanding was that they were hoping to send somebody, but then tonight they have a meeting due to the fact that tonight being Tuesday night, and so we meet tonight, and so do they. So Mr. Brayman asked if I would bring that up to the floor tonight and make you aware of that as well. So on Thursday, January 11th, we have a community or a kickoff event for the Bicentennial at the community center.
What time was that again?
6:30.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Topics for next work session, Monday, January 16th.
Mr. President?
Yes.
At some point here, probably pretty soon, we're going to have to be looking at somebody to be going on to being a member of DAC, since that was Mr. Casey's position.
If anybody would like to give that some thought, if they're interested.
That's the District Advisory Council
For MAD.
Well, for MAD.
For MAD.
Yes.
When are the meetings again, generally?
Generally, I think it's the second Thursday of every month, but they're not having one.
In the evening?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
There isn't any this month.
All right. Any other topics? Any of the new council members wish to make any comments before we adjourn?
No, not really.
Good. Okay. Having no further business before us this evening, next council meeting will be next Monday. Meeting adjourned.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
It's the educational value for me. You know, I've seen one part of it. Now I'm seeing a completely different side of it. So it's something will be a lot of education for me. This side would be great. What you guys do, I said from that microphone out there a number of times.
So
I didn't want your job.
my oldest and I, we just hung out.
That
down
changed.
family over there.
So,
TV.
I just never
He
thought-
crashed for maybe an hour. And
I didn't
back in California. One lives in Monterey and one's in San Diego. Monterey, he made it home without a problem. Other than he has to fly in. And then he had like 5 hours.
Okay, so you'll need me to resign everything.
And then they delayed his flight, now they've delayed it again, he just texted me. So he's not even home yet, and he flew out, I think his flight was leaving at 6:30 this morning.
Thank you for your help tonight.
Yes.